home, then I hope that you will consider making Webster Hills a place that you would visit, and let us get to know you and show you what our congregation is all about. We're very, very glad that you are here. We're also very grateful this afternoon for Hatter Organ Company, which is the people who have made this concert possible today. We worked with Hatter for a long time getting our organ up and running again. It needed some repairs. The Pilmer family helped us pay for the initial repairs, and then we needed to do a little bit more beyond that. So we're excited to be able to use the organ today in the way that it was intended to be, and just really fill this space up with some wonderful music. And Hatter family, would you be good enough to stand so we could recognize you, and thank you for what you've done. Thank you again for coming. Enjoy the concert.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mary Weber, and I am honored and always enjoy playing with this group, the Clarion Brass, which I manage. All of the members of this quintet are freelancers here in St. Louis and play at all the big spots in town. John Walsh called me 2.5 weeks ago, and said, I'd like to do a concert with your group. Are you available? And we are thrilled to be here to be part of a patriotic sing-along. The first piece that we played for you was the Liberty Bell March, written by John Philip Sousa. He had written it just prior to 1893, but attended the Chicago World's Fair on October 9th of 93? I'm trying to remember my program notes. And that date was a significant gathering for dignitaries and invited guests. And they had a program where a Liberty Bell was painted on a canvas backdrop for a show. And he thought, oh, that's the title for my new piece. Also in attendance at that event was Catherine Lee Bates, and I will talk about her later on in the program. We are going to play for you now the Armed Forces Salute. The first medley that tied all of the armed service songs together was by Robert Loudon in 1966. It's the most recognized and familiar arrangement. Clarion Brass, John Walsh, and Scott Kennebeck and I would like to invite those who have served our country to stand during the playing of their service song. Thank you so much for serving. The next piece we have for you is a recent arrangement I acquired last year. The Call Has Come. I've asked that Scott Kennebeck actually read the words that match the rhythm for taps. And this is dedicated to all the military personnel and their families.
The call has come to take leave of this earth, of these seas, of these skies. Battle's done, the course is run. The call has come. The call has come. Say farewell. Close the ranks and count off. Toll the bell. Present arms. Honors won. The call has come. The call has come to take heed of the need to relieve brave men gone. Oh, stand fast to the last. The call has come.
The next piece we have for you will be featuring the organ, brass, and percussion. Copeland, in his autobiography, wrote the request that Eugene Gossens, conductor of the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra, had written to me at the end of August about an idea he wanted to put into action for the 1942-43 concert season. During World War I, he had asked British composers for a fanfare to begin each orchestral concert. It had been so successful that he thought a repeat of the procedure in World War II would be great with an American composer. A total of 18 fanfares were written at Gossens' behest, but Copeland's is the only one which remains in the standard repertoire. It was written in 1942 in response to the entry of the U.S. into World War II, where Vice President Henry Wallace proclaimed the dawning of the century of the common man. Copeland chose the title by himself on a whim. We like to feature a new arrangement done by our trombone bass player, Wayne Caniglio, with John Walsh and clarion brass. Fanfare for the Common Man. the battery always shuts off after a certain amount of time. While John and Scott are setting up for their next song, I wanted to share something with you about Catherine Lee Bates. She also was at the invitation of the Chicago exhibition on October 9th. And she's the woman who wrote the poem, America the Beautiful. When she wrote Alabaster Cities, she was talking about what the World's Fair looked like. The train that she took westward crossed the mighty Mississippi in Davenport, Iowa, and continued until it got to Colorado Springs. She was 32 years old. In the middle 60s, as a very small child, my family went on a vacation from Davenport to Estes Park. One morning, my parents said, "Children, get in the car." It was a station wagon. "We're going to go to Pikes Peak." Okay. When we got there, there was a small plaque. Now it's grown to have a welcome center. As we children stood there and looked, we went, "Wow, this is really cool." You can imagine how a 4- and 5-year-old would be. And our father proceeded to tell us that our great-grandmother, Ava Bates Cruzius, was Catherine's cousin. She babysat my great-grandmother. So that is a closer connection to that tune. Scott and John, I think, are ready for their next selections, and let's continue.
While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair, as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. This next piece that John and I are going to do was made famous, recorded by Lee Greenwood. It's called God Bless the USA, and if you know it, please join in. If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time to stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless our USA.
Magnificent you all sound. We're gonna sing some more hymns. This is one of my favorite, "O Day of Peace." Some of you may know this, but we're gonna give you a chance to learn it real quick. I'll play through the entire verse once, and then the brass have a little introduction.
Then shall the wolf dwell with the lamb, nor shall the Philistine devour the soul. As beast and cattle comely graze, a little child shall lead them o'er. Then enemies shall learn to love, all creatures find their true accord. The hope of peace shall be fulfilled, for the earth shall know our Lord. This is my song, O God of all the nations, a song of peace for lands afar and mine. This is my home, the country where my heart is. Here are my hopes, my dreams, my holy shrine. But other hearts in other lands are beating with hopes and dreams as true and high as mine. My country's skies are bluer than the ocean, and sunlight beams on clover leaf and pine. But other lands have sunlight too, and clover, and skies